Hey folks, thanks so much for coming to this YouTube channel and checking out everything about Snap Delivered. We're so glad that you're here. First, number one, let me just say this, get it out of the way real quick, to make sure that you're getting updates and you're staying, communicated with. You see what the new things that are happening with Snap Delivered. Go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That way you'll get notified every time I upload a new video sharing some new amazing information about Snap Delivered. So, what's the deal with Snap Delivered? Why is it growing so fast? Why are people talking about it? Why is it spreading? And I got to tell you, it's probably because of the unique business model that has been implemented within the Snap Delivered program. Traditionally, the delivery services, what do? They overcharge the restaurant with service delivery fees. They overcharge the consumer with service fees and delivery fees. They mark up the food that is delivered to the consumer, making it just that much more expensive and making the consumer kind of go, I love having delivery, but gosh, I just know if I can, do it very often because it's just too expensive. It's a lot more expensive than just going to the restaurant, right? And then same thing with the drivers. They don't give the drivers enough, and they actually skim tips. Some of them, take tips away from the drivers, which is not cool at all. And Snap Delivered doesn't do any of that stuff. You see, there's a few key components to the Snap Delivered program. First of all, when it comes to service fees, low service fees for everybody, for whether it's the restaurant or the consumer, okay? And the driver gets to make good money and actually gets to make much better money if they actually embrace the program. The other thing that they do is an amazing refer and share program. I pulled up my Uber Eats app just a little while ago and hit the share button, and it says, hey, we're going to give you $10 off your next order when you spend $25 or more. And then they had a list of terms and conditions that were about, a mile and a half long. So the odds of me ever getting that $10 if I used it was probably pretty slim. But when that's the only choice you have, you go, well, sure, I'll share it, and maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get $10 off my next order. But that's the only earnings that I'm going to get from sharing. Well, Snap Delivered, what we've done is we've incorporated for everybody an amazing referral program. So it doesn't matter if you are a restaurant and you're referring drivers and customers to the Snap Delivered app. It doesn't matter if you're a driver and you're referring restaurants and customers, or if you're a customer and you refer a restaurant or a driver to the app. Then every single time anyone that you've referred makes any kind of order, whether if you're a restaurant, whether it's your restaurant or not, driver, whether it's you picking up the order or not, customer, whether it's you getting the food or not. Anytime somebody makes an order with the Snap Delivered app, you get paid. And so by doing this, it has done a couple of things. It has changed the model from the big conglomerate companies, right? What did they do? When they wanted to start their program, they went out and they got massive multi-millions of dollars in funding. And as such, they got it off the ground, and they got going, and they got market share and all that good stuff, which is great. That's awesome. And nothing wrong with doing it that way. The problem is that it cuts everybody out of the picture. It cuts the consumer out of the picture, and the drivers and the restaurants out of the picture. As a matter of fact, what it does is it takes away a lot more fees and expenses and costs to those people in order to participate in the program. Drivers are, kind of just getting by. Restaurants, their margins have been shaved razor thin because of the delivery service fees. And the consumer, they're paying really high delivery fees, and the food's getting marked up as well on top of that. Why do you think in those apps they keep putting out little promos saying, hey, get 10% off of your next order? Well, yeah, because they're charging 10, 20, 30, 40% on top of markups and fees to do it. So they got plenty of room to do this. And the downside to it is there's no vested interest from the restaurant owner other than, hey, this is a service and we got to use it. And, if we want to get our food delivered, this is how we have to do it. The drivers, it doesn't matter to them one app or the other, whichever one's going to get them their next order. Matter of fact, a lot of them multi-app, just so that they can get an order and go drive. The consumers, like I said, they question whether or not should we do delivery again, because man, it's expensive. It's a lot more than just going into the restaurant, and because of that, like I said, there's no vested interest in that company or that organization other than the shareholders. And what do the shareholders say? They say, squeeze a couple more pennies out of everybody because I got a boat to buy or I got a mansion to build. Right? Well, with Snap Delivered and the referral program, now it puts a vested interest in the hands of the restaurant owners. It puts a vested interest in the hands of the drivers and even the consumers, because again, when they share, they're actually making money. So imagine this: if you're a driver and you say, well, I've been out there, I've been driving for 6 years and this is just what I do. And yes, I'm getting my bills paid, but man, not much more. Well, how about if you start referring other drivers? And next thing you know, you've referred your link to 100 other drivers just over the course of time. Every time one of those drivers goes out and makes a delivery, you get paid every single time. Now, how many deliveries does a driver do in any given day or night? 20, 30, I don't know. You do the math. You can figure that out, right? And see, okay, even if I got just a little bit off of every single delivery, or if you refer to restaurants, same thing. If you refer those consumers that you're delivering to every single day, day in, day out, that you were making money off of, what a great opportunity. Same thing with a restaurant. If you just all those drivers that came in, you said, hey, we're going to start using Snap Delivered, and we want you to get on board because we're going to start doing this. Now you're building your fleet of drivers as well. And when those drivers go out and deliver food, even from your competitor, you're making money on referral fees. I mean, it's brilliant, right? Same thing with the consumer. They can refer and make the same money. Now, there's another level to it because we are looking for managers, people who actually want to focus on building the local communities, restaurants, drivers, and then spreading the word for the app for consumers as well. And if that's you, by all means, reach out. So what I would do is a couple of things. Like I said, subscribe to this channel, ring the little bell notification so that you get all the updates as we put them out. And then also visit snapdelivery.net. Choose what position you're looking at, whether you're a restaurant owner, a driver, you want to become a manager, maybe you just want to download the app. That's fine too. Click on that and follow the instructions so that you can get the app. It's free. There's no cost to use it, but you get paid when you do. All right, folks. Thanks so much. We will talk to you real soon. Take care.